Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt. Here with me today is Shannon Salmon.
Howdy.
Yeah, and it's been a while since you've been on the show. The people miss you. Post a comment
They
if
were
you
clamoring
miss
for me.
Shannon Salmon. The shows are just way more fun when I have somebody else to talk to rather than just saying what I think.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot in the community to get out the vote.
Woo, have I been busy.
There's a runoff election that people probably don't know about.
Yeah, there's two right now, actually. If you want to go vote for school board, it'll be May 2nd, but the early vote is going on right now, I believe. Please forgive me, it hasn't been on my radar that much, because I'm on the ballot myself. So if you go out and vote May 26th, you'll see my last name on the ballot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so you've been trying to remind people that there's a runoff.
I've been out there, yeah. Young people are not super interested in voting, you would be surprised to know. They're pretty disenfranchised, but I've been going to the college campuses, I've been at Northwest Vista, UTSA, SAC.
Well, that's a strong word for apathy, don't you think?
I guess no. I like disenfranchised better because we've given them a reason, So apathy is just, it's such a negative, like they should care and they don't. But as our political system is pretty broken, so I can see why young people might check out or not feel like it's a good way to change the world.
Well, Joseph was talking in the first segment about parents that serve as a good example for their children. Yeah. And so maybe their parents didn't vote.
I don't know. I've been really, really, really upset about this issue. In fact, I've even gotten into debate. Good news, they're very thoughtful and kind people. Really cool generation. And they'll talk to me and share their thoughts, and we'll debate and debate and debate, and we'll get to this point where I'll end up, well, don't you love America? And you're not going to believe me. I'm about to break your heart. They look me and they say, Miss, no, we don't love America.
That's awful.
I know, it's really, I think.
Ronald Reagan's rolling over in his grave.
Yes, he's turning over right now. Yeah, but then someone pointed out to me, you have to think about the world they grew up in. Okay, if you were 21 right now, think about each president you would have lived through. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you've seen nothing but divisive, hateful politics. That's your whole world. You don't remember this time when we used to disagree respectfully and still value each other as a human.
Yeah, that's right.
Now it's just you disagree with me, so you're evil. You got to go,
Right. Well, we do want to have a disagreement about something else.
Yes.
Coming up.
Yeah. I'm not convinced we disagree, though. Yeah. I mean.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
Christian nationalism.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. And what are you a Christian? I have my own separate podcast right here in my head, and my thumbnail right now is Todd a Christian nationalist? And it's got me going like that.
Well, I would say no, because I don't know where it is.
Yeah, but you could be something and not know it. I mean, it's happened before.
There's no Christian nationalism political party or organization.
There's not?
The only instance of Christian nationalism that I found was Marjorie Taylor Greene was quoted in 2022 as saying that she was
proudly declaring,
a Christian nationalist, or that she believed those things.
So that's the tip of the iceberg that you found, and then the part that is connected to that is that that the whole party.
And so is that?
Wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
The whole party has been tied to a religion. So the Republican Party has tied themselves to Christianity, and they're trying to say that they're one and the same.
So. I don't think that there's.
They literally.
It's not. I don't think that's on the platform.
He posted a picture of himself as Jesus from the White House account.
Well, that's just one person, and even though he is the head of the Republican Party as the president, I don't think that anything's been written down that says that all of those things. But
well, okay,
assuming that he is trying to make that happen, I just wanted to point out that there's no organization for it. I mean,
a memo didn't go out.
Oh, what I wanted to bring up was in the past there were Christian conservatives, there was the moral right.
Okay.
And so isn't this just another way for people that don't have conservative views to sort of suppress the conservatives by trying to say that their beliefs are wrong?
I don't want to talk about terms of like conservative or liberal, because conservative is a very valid point. You're a conservative and you have really valid points. You know, smaller government, less spending, family values,
free markets.
Yeah, these are great things. Like I respect your decision to.
Well, thank you very much.
You can think that, you know, these are valid points, and these points are not destroying America necessarily, but the use of something as big as a creator, you know, Jesus, images of Jesus, and God, like the creator of the world, to bring that down and tie it to a political party. It's shocking that Christians go along with this.
Well, I don't think that we can lump all Christians into that, because one of my friends, she's a very faithful Christian.
Oh, I like her very much. Melody, is that her name?
Yeah, she disagrees with her faith being tied to a political party.
Yeah, I remember her.
Her faith is in Jesus alone and doesn't want to get entangled into worldly affairs. And so I don't think that everybody can be categorized as one thing or another. Some Christians are conservative. Some of them may want I did find some definitions for Christian nationalism. And one was the belief that we should recognize the United States of America as a Christian nation and support efforts to make that even more visible.
Wow. Okay, I could go along with that definition.
But not every Christian needs for that to happen. You know, they've got their faith, and they don't need for it to be tied to a country or a state or
well, here's what I run
ideology.
into, because I have a lot of Christian friends, and here's what I run into. And Pastor Young was saying we're a Christian nation. And if he had let me talk for a minute, what I would want to push back with is, no, we're clearly not a Christian nation. We were not established as a Christian nation. And that's okay. That doesn't have to challenge your faith. And it's even better. It's a little harder to explain, and you have to read a little bit of the Constitution and know history a tiny, tiny bit. But it's even better if you can believe that. And also, as a Christian, you're supposed to respect all other people. So you wouldn't want a religion shoved down somebody's throat. So it's even better that we have a country that does not establish, we're not a Christian nation, so it doesn't establish Christianity, as we weren't established on that. It's not part of our Constitution. It specifically says that it's not to be part of our Constitution. It's not part of our, you know, makeup of who we are. And my points that I was going to point out, of course, is what are the two parts in the Constitution about how Congress shall establish no laws. There shall be no religious test. Point us back to our history when we had the colonies where there was forced church attendance, and you could be punished for that. And we've literally decided that we're not going to do that. We don't want to live in that type of society anymore. And then, of course, the thing I always talk about George Washington's letter to the Jews in 1790, when the Jewish congregation was saying, are we safe here? You know, are you going to drive us out? And he said, no, clearly no. I mean, he said it in a way we used to talk, you know, hundreds of years ago, but he clearly said, no, you are safe. Everybody is safe here. The stock of Abraham shall rest, you know, under, you know, he said it very beautifully and flowery. But one thing I'll give you, Todd, okay, am I running out of time?
No, we're good.
One thing I'll give you. So if I was, you know, picturing how I was going to counteract this argument that we're a Christian nation, I will give you this. It says inalienable rights, right?
Right.
So that part, and I love that part too, because we are established on the idea that government is not established by a man that is like a god on earth. So everything before us, the king claimed to have divine authority.
Right.
So we, as citizens, we're not subject to man. So you're free to have your relationship directly with God. It's inalienable. I wish they had used a different word that was more easily understood by young people or our society today.
They talked about the natural rights.
Yeah, let's call it that. I like that better.
Right.
Yeah.
It exists for everyone, regardless of
it just
government.
is.
Right.
Yeah. So you don't have to go through a man to get it.
So I do want to talk in the next segment about the supposed wall of separation between church and state.
Okay.
And it comes from two places. In 1644, Roger Williams, the founder of Rhode Island and the First Baptist Church of America, called for a wall or hedge of separation between the secular world and sacred church. He believed that mixing the two would cause both to become corrupt. And everybody knows the other one. President Jefferson immortalized the phrase in a letter to the Danbury Baptist Association. Concerning about their status as a religious minority, the Baptist community penned a letter to the president expressing fear about religious persecution. He responded, emphasizing the First Amendment's free exercise and establishment clauses together built a wall of separation between church and state.
Okay.
So we got to take a break. We got to end it there. I'll give Shannon a minute to
gather my arguments up again. Ding, ding,
and
ding,
then
ding.
We'll continue talking about Christian nationalism. Is that good or bad? We'll find out.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Most families don't realize they have hidden legal blind spots until it's too late. Wills, trusts, Medicaid planning, even protecting a business. These are the kinds of issues attorney Todd Marquardt helps uncover before they become problems. Todd is the host of Talk Law Radio, where each week he guides listeners through the legal challenges families, veterans, and business owners face, while showing them the practical steps to protect what matters most. Catch Talk Law Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 6:30 a.m. The Word, and now in Houston on AM 1070 and 103.3 FM The Answer, or anytime on YouTube. Planning isn't just about documents. It's about peace of mind, security for loved ones, and building a legacy that lasts. Don't wait for a crisis. Do it before you die.